Hello, welcome to Salt and Light Canning. I'm Jessica and this is my kitchen and I'm happy that you're here. Today I'm going to be canning some pinto beans. This is for like refried beans or burritos or something. So I'm going to get them in these jars with some seasoning and it's going to be just delicious. I soaked my beans overnight because when I'm adding flavor I tend to soak my beans. If I'm just doing plain beans, I don't. So I'm going to fill my jars to about half full. And you really do not want to fill more than half full because the beans are going to expand as you can them. You'll have to let me know in the comments what things you're canning, what you're doing. I love fall and winter canning. Do lots of warm, savory, delicious food. It's very exciting. So let me know what you're canning, what you're doing in your kitchen and your pantry. Just wonderful. Anyways, I'm going to get the beans in the jars. I'll be back when I'm doing something else. Now that my jars are full of beans, I'm going to add some flavor because beans by themselves are pretty bland, and I intend these to be like a meal starter. So either for refried beans or burritos or something like that. So I'm going to add some flavor to my beans. To start with, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of dehydrated onion. And you can use just fresh onion if you want, or use what you have. Use what you enjoy using in your canning. I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of taco seasoning. Again, use what you have, use what you like. I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of garlic powder. You can use fresh garlic. Use what you have. Use what you like to use. If you don't like garlic, don't put it in there. Now I have some freeze-dried jalapenos. If you don't, that's fine. You could use fresh jalapenos. You could use red pepper flakes. Use dehydrated peppers. Use what you have. I have these, so I'm going to use them. I'm going to do about half a teaspoon. I'm sorry, half a tablespoon. This is all completely customizable so that you can add the flavors that your family is going to like and they're going to eat. It also helps you rotate through the dry storage in your pantry. This is probably a little bit controversial for some people. I have some bouillon here. I'm going to add bouillon to my jars. You don't have to. You could just do chicken broth. You could just do water. Please do you. I don't have a problem canning with bouillon, but some people really, really do. So if you're one of those people, don't put it in your jars, okay? Probably about a teaspoon, a little bit more. I'm going to get some filtered water to fill my jars. I'll be back in just 1 second. I'm going to fill up my jar to 1 inch of headspace. Take my debubbling tool. Debubble, debubble, debubble. We don't want a bunch of air pockets in there. I'm going to take some vinegar, wipe the rim of my jar. Then I need a flat. And I line it up. You don't have to line it up. I line it up. A flat and a ring, just to finger tight. See? Even beans look better in a jar. And I'll fill my next jar. My canners are full. I have 14 jars and I have a few more to finish on the counter. I'm going to go ahead and get these started. My water is cold because everything in my jars is cold. and you have to match temperatures to have the best opportunity for a seal. So my water is cold, have a splash of vinegar, everything is same temperature. So we're gonna go ahead and get the lids on and get these started. So I'm gonna bring these up to temperature, and I'm gonna wait for it to vent. And venting is a steady stream of steam out of right here. And once that happens, I'm going to time venting for 10 minutes. Then I'll put my weight on and bring it up to pressure. For my altitude, I need to can at 15 pounds of pressure. Please check your altitude. It might be different. But for my altitude, I need to can at 15 pounds of pressure. And I'm going to process these at 15 pounds of pressure for 90 minutes. That's 90 minutes for beans in quart jars. I'll be back when I'm taking them out of the canner. Well, my timer went off and we turned everything off, and I just let everything sit. This has still got something going on, so I'm just going to leave them sit in the canner for just a minute or two, but I'm going to take these out. These are just going to relax and seal and have a good night. And then tomorrow we'll take the rings off and wash all the jars and then put them in the pantry. And I look forward, these are going to be great starts to meals, either maybe refried beans or burritos or something, but they're going to be delicious. And this is a great way to use your dry food in your pantry that you've been storing and to help you rotate through your stuff. So be so blessed. Know that you're loved and be a blessing to someone else. I'll see you in the next video.